John Thune wins a secret ballot to become the Senate leader to replace Mitch McConnell. This is going to be controversial with some of my friends. Everybody that is celebrating all of the big red wave Trump wins, I think you're absolutely right. I think this was a big win for the Trump administration, and now the Senate's taken over, and it's now going to be a friendly path. I like this pick, and I'll tell you why. I think there is a balance here that is going to be made, and I think that he is, first of all, Mitch McConnell needed to step aside. We are seeing a changing of the guard. In the Republican Party, we are seeing a changing of the guard. You look, I just saw a story about this. If you take a look at the Trump cabinet, you look at the people that the president-elect is choosing to be the next generation of leadership in this administration, they're much younger. They are much younger. On the Democrat side of things, you had Joe Biden step aside. President Biden stepped aside. And now they didn't win the election, but he stepped aside. What about Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer? How quickly do the two of them step aside? Where's the bench for the Democrats? My biggest complaint about both political parties, but especially about mine, because that's the one that I care so much about. That's the one I care so much about, is my political party. Is what we don't do is what every healthy organization does. Healthy organizations, so you look at the NFL, you look at Major League Baseball, the NHL, you look at the NBA, you look at any healthy organization, you got the draft. There is fresh blood coming in every single year. Now, that means there are going to be veterans that are past their prime, that are not going to be playing any longer, maybe sooner than they wanted to. But for the health of the organization, there's fresh blood. I've talked about this organization. Our KTAR newsroom and the shows are filled with people that graduated from Cronkite. These are young minds, brilliant young people that have got great futures and a ton of talent, and they are going to be put into jobs and positions where they're going to be mentored, and they are going to very quickly grow into the next generation of professionals in this industry. That's a healthy organization. We've got a great mix. If you look at the people we have and the experience we have in this building with Jim Cross and Jamie West and all these other people that are out there with the voices of experience and all of the things they can give people, and then we've got younger, talented people that are absorbing that and learning and moving into positions. All of these things are happening. This is exactly what a healthy organization does. You know, I'm here, I'm 57 years old. My producer is less than half my age. Brilliant young woman, graduated from Cronkite, does a great job, is really good at what she does, and that's a healthy organization. American politics doesn't look like that. You've got people that hang on to power for far too long. They don't pass the torch. They don't train somebody else because they don't want that person to replace them, and that's a big problem. So the victories for the Trump administration, I think, are great. And the fact that he's bringing in people like Marco Rubio and bringing in the governor of South Dakota, bringing in these other people that are going to be the next generation of leadership. J.D. Vance, I think, is going to be a phenomenal choice for that reason. So all of that being said, John Thune wins by secret ballot to become the Senate Majority Leader. He will run the United States Senate. He's replaced Mitch McConnell. It was time for Mitch McConnell to move on. I'm not going after the guy. I'm not slamming him. But this is, I think, good. I think John Thune is going to bring that level head. He hasn't always agreed with Trump, which is a good thing in the minds of many. He's going to be there as a point of negotiation with the Trump administration. But he's also going to be there to head up what the Republicans want to accomplish and be the voice of moderation and the voice of negotiation, because you're still going to have to in the places where you have to get 60 votes. So, you know, for many people that wanted to see Rick Scott and they were demanding that it was Rick Scott, in this case, I think that they got what they needed to get. I really don't think it was a bad thing. And so I'm hoping that now this will lend itself to more unity. I don't know that it will, especially in the House of Representatives. We know there's been some infighting there about what they're going to do with leadership and how things are going to be done in the House. If they squander this, I will say that if you don't do what's best for everyone, if you go into something saying we are going to get everything we want, or we are going to blow this thing up. If the Republicans in the House make the same mistake they did in the past with expelling a House Speaker without having someone set in stone to replace them that everybody agrees is a better option, the Republicans are going to squander an opportunity that they haven't had in a very, very, very long time. They don't have 4 years to get another 4 years. They've got 4 years total of this president. So the first 2 years are going to tell the story, because I can tell you with how angry people on the left are. Not all of them. Some just say, listen, it's American politics. We'll come back to fight another day. But there are many people out there that are furious that Donald Trump won another term in the White House. And they want nothing short of a disaster by him so that in 2 years, they can see a blue wave in the House and possibly even in the Senate. And then what they can do is stalemate everything else that the president wants to accomplish for the next 2 years and then go and try to win back the White House. But if in the next 2 years, there's cooperation by the Republicans across the spectrum and they're able to get things done on the border, secure the tax cuts and make sure that those are made permanent or at least extended again, if they do that, they've got a really good chance of setting some really good precedent.
Thanks for watching the Mike Broomhead Show. Catch up on Amazing Arizonans, a KTAR News podcast, and click the button in the middle to subscribe.